All right, so we are starting chapter 2 for pre-algebra. So this is 2.1 through 2.4. Okay, and we're starting to look at what we did in chapter 1, but now using multiplication and division. Okay, so order of operations, okay, which is 2.1. You can take a numerical expression, right, numbers and operations, that has multiplication and division in multiple different ways. So remember with multiplication, we can use parentheses, we can use a dot, we can use the little X. This one, start not using so much anymore, right? Because it looks like a letter, right? So we're going to start not using it, but it does mean the same thing as multiplication, right? So we could write 6 times 5, 6 times 5, or 6 times 5 in multiple different ways. Division, same thing. Okay, with division, we can generally use the division symbol or a fraction bar. The fraction bar is what we want to start using, okay? It's going to help us start looking at expressions that have multiple operations. So we could do 3 divided by 5 or 3 divided by 5. Okay? Again, they mean the same thing. What these mean is how many times does 5 go into 3? And that might be a bad example, right? Because it doesn't go evenly. So consider 30 divided by 6 or 30 over 6. What it means is to do 6 into 30. Okay? So when you use the fraction bar, the number on top goes under the division symbol. So in the division box. So parentheses and brackets, so parentheses, brackets, okay, are a type of grouping symbol, as well as a multiplication. So using grouping symbols is a way to indicate the order that you want your operations done. So they come first. Okay, so if I have 10 plus, open parentheses, 12 divided by 4. This tells me I'm going to do what's inside my parentheses first. So the 10 plus stays like that. Then I do 12 divided by 4 and I get 3. Then you can go back and do the addition. 10 plus 3 is 13. Or if you have bracket 15 minus a parenthesis, 3 times 4, close your parenthesis, close your bracket, then add 2. Okay, the grouping symbols mean go inside first. So I do inside the brackets. But then inside that, I have even more parentheses. So you're going to do 15 minus parentheses first. 3 times 4 is 12. Then go into your brackets. 15 minus 12 is 3. And then finally, 3 plus 2, and you get 5. Okay, another grouping symbol is the division bar. Because if I consider 20 minus 8, and then the division bar, 2 times 3. If I were to write this out, what it means is in parentheses I have 20 minus 8, then I divide that quantity by 2 times 3. Without those parentheses, I would have 8 divided by 2. That's not what we want. We want whatever 20 minus 8 is divided by whatever 2 times 3 is. So with a fraction bar, you're going to simplify what is in the numerator first. So 20 minus 8 is 12. And simplify whatever in the denominator next. So 2 times 3 is 6. Then you divide. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Okay, then when you don't have parentheses, okay, something like 4 plus 3 times 7. We're going to need some sort of agreement on what we're going to do first. There are 2 different operations. Which one should we do before the other? Okay, so if we complete them in 2 different ways, if I just work from left to right, 4 plus 3 is 7, and 7 times 7 is 49. However, if I complete the multiplication first, I get 3 times 7, which is 21, and 4 plus 21 is 25. So we get the same numbers and same operations, but we get 2 different answers. They're not equal, okay? So the order does matter. That's where we get our order of operations from. Okay, and our order of operations go parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. Okay, so how these work, right? Parentheses mean grouping symbols. They can be these types of parentheses, brackets. They can be curved or squiggly parentheses or brackets. They can be a division bar. So do anything within your parentheses first. Then move on to your exponents. So anything to a power. Then you're going to do multiplication and division, right? But you're not going to go through and do all multiplication, then all division. That's why they're written together, okay? You're going to move from the left to the right as you come across these 2 operations. Same thing with addition and subtraction. You're going to move from left to right as you come across these 2 operations. All right. So just a few examples. The first one is 13 plus 6 times 2. No parentheses, no exponents. So it tells me multiplication and division. So I have multiplication here, so we're doing that first. So 13 plus whatever 6 times 2 is. 6 times 2 is 12. Then you can add 13 plus 12 and you get 25. Okay, the next one, no parentheses, no exponents. So multiplication, division, working from left to right. You see the division here. So that's 15 minus whatever 9 divided by 3 is. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Then you can do your subtraction. 15 minus 3 is 12. Okay, next one. No parentheses, no exponents. So multiplication and division working from left to right. So division comes first. We're going to do 36 divided by 4. Minus, then there's multiplication. So 3 times 2 is 6. And we get 9 minus 6. And 9 minus 6 is 3. All right, last one. No parentheses, no exponents. Multiplication, division, working left to right. So do 47, or 4 times 7 first. Then that's subtraction. Then you get to division. 49 divided by 7 is 7. Plus, then there's more multiplication. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, then do the same thing with addition and subtraction. Work from left to right. 28 minus 7 is 21, and 21 plus 18 is 39. All right, so that is your order of operations. Go back and work parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. Okay, that's 2.1.